something to look out for. I would have to agree, though, that dive, having the Lyra is great for dive comps. Being able to initiate by going in with the Arcane Passage to get into that backline gives them great opportunity to just disrupt the formation put by RPYC and can just be devastating.
Absolutely. RPYC definitely has the range here. Nobody on Tribe has a lot of range. Lyra actually really has the greatest. Maylene does have ranged attacks. She is a CP mage, but her range isn't that far. And in fact, her B abilities focus her kit more around movement. And even her kit also, operates more on auto attacks than it does on ranged abilities. So they're gonna be a little bit more close quarter, and we're gonna see some more of the poke coming out of RPYC with their Samuel, who's got some of the longest range in the game.
Yeah, it's definitely a match to be reckoned with. But we are ready to get into this. Seeing the double weapon blade on that Grace, it is what you were hoping it to be. It is going to be that Grace, it looks like, in the jungle. And are we seeing a possible triple CP on the side of our RPYC? Because I see the crystal bits coming out on Kestrel, Idris, and Samuel.
I was looking at that, wondering about how the Idris was going to play here, because CP is definitely his stronger option, his stronger route right now, and it does look like he's going to come out that way. I mean, there's really no reason to build early crystal power on an Idris if you're not going to at least build it out to the point that his paths diverge.
Yeah, that is definitely the case. I do think that might be the better play here for RPYC, because Crystal Idris is a force to be reckoned with, and I think in this situation would play a little bit stronger than the weapon form, being able to have that extra range. Like you said, RPYC has all the range, and going that Crystal Idris instead of the weapon just gives them more range.
That it does.
Yeah, so we do see Flicker trying to steal that gold treant. Does not look like he's going to be able to get it, though, as they just continue the rotations. The weapon buff on the box there. Reza in the 1v2 situation right now with the Idris and Grace up in the top lane. A little bit of engagement going on here in mid, but just a little bit of poke here and there and everywhere. Ooh, the glimmer shots coming out from Carisi. Vienzio taking quite a bit. That crystal bit putting in a lot of damage. But the nice tanking coming out from Joseph there with that Tony.
Absolutely.
Port's coming. Yep.
And, triple CP, it'll be interesting to see, because Tribe is a dive comp, they might have had to build a bit more armor. With only one person, even Grace is going to hit like a truck as the game goes on, but she's the only one who's going to be packing that weapon power. So it might give them the opportunity to really not have to build for Tribe as much armor and focus a little bit more on the damage.
Yeah, that could definitely be the case, because while she is, packs a punch, it's only one person with a weapon. She can only target one or two people at a time, and so that can definitely play a big part in this. She focuses one person, that might be the wrong person she needed to focus in that fight, and that could turn that fight around for the worst for RPYC. Nice engagement here, though. Tony getting pretty low, but in the Imperial Sigil. Lyra going to be able to finish off Kestrel for the first blood side of Tribe Gaming. Great engagement there. The nice stun coming out from Joseph with his A onto the Kestrel. Was able to lock him down enough. And a nice taunt coming out from Joseph there.
Absolutely. But Kestrel still managing, at least for the first 3 minutes. She'd been fending off both Vox and Tony on her own down in that bottom lane. So showing that, even with the nerfs, Kestrel is still definitely a force to be reckoned with out here on the rocks.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. We do see the engagement, Flicker maybe getting caught out here. Old School popping the B from the light side, but not able to catch up in time. Flicker is going to be able to get out. The movement speed coming out from his perk is quite a bit helpful for getting away in those situations, as well as the boots.
Absolutely. You know, and we're also seeing that that with both the Graces, who's got a very fast clear with the way that her auto attack operates, and with the Flicker, they're getting a good amount of the jungle from Tony.
Yeah, and that can put Tony behind just a little bit, but in Vainglory, you can see here, you can see all the time, just a little bit getting behind can matter so much in a game.
Absolutely. Maylene putting up a strong fight, doing well in lane. Very interesting to see how she's played, how quickly she switches back and forth in between. She's also the only person in the game who really can have 4 levels on her ult, seeing as you start off with at level 1 and have the ability to upgrade it 3 times by the time you get to 12.
Yeah, and when you get that ult maxed out, being able to switch between forms every 2 seconds, like 2 to 3 seconds, is just, being able to get those empowered hits off constantly can just deal so much in a fight.
Absolutely. And another interesting thing about changes to the current patch, a little action here in the middle, but in addition to hero balances, one of the things that was changed was Black Claw, the big bad of 5v5, is now actually able to be captured at 12 minutes instead of 15. So he's coming into play a little bit earlier in the game, a good amount earlier, by 3 minutes. He'll be available.
Yeah, and usually, from watching, thinking of some past games I've casted, there's usually a lot of engagement and a lot of key team fights happening around that 12-minute mark. So having that Black Claw up a lot sooner, that's going to make these games a lot quicker and give great chances for just hard pushes early on. But we do see Tony is able to get a kill onto the Kestrel, though, giving a second kill for the side of Tribe Gaming and securing that crystal buff for the main lane.
Absolutely, and it looks like they'll be able to take this turret as well.
Yeah, Tony getting a nice push there with the Enzio on Vox to back him up, getting that first turret there on bottom lane. As we do see the counter turret, though, for top lane, Idris and the Grace getting that counter push, evening out the score here on the Rise.
Absolutely.
So we do see Ghostwing is up, so that will be out there for any good opportunities either team can get of getting that buff, because that can bring such a table turner there for a team fight.
Yep, and Ghostwing getting a little bit of an update this patch as well. He now gives, I believe, a 20% bonus to heroes that are empowered with him. 25% increased damage to turrets in the game. So teams will have the ability to try and pick him up and then push structures with it.
Yeah, that can be such a strong tool there. We do see a little bit of engagement here. Chakram coming out, doing some nice damage. The Shadow Tendrils not quite going to connect from Old School, as we see Tony getting another kill in bottom lane on that Kestrel. The fight continuing here in the middle, though. Imperial Sigil getting Old School back up, pretty high health. The empowered attacks trying to just clear that minion wave fast so they can't get that turret. As we do see him swap over to the Shadow form, doing a nice bit of damage with that empowered attack on Lost by top on the Samuel. As we see this wave continuing to push down bot. Idris chasing a little bit with the Chakram, but the Imperial Sigils coming out from Gabe Bizzle, keeping Joseph up, and they're going to back off. Nice engagement there, though, for the side of RPYC, getting a little bit of damage off on the turret. Engagement here, though. Here comes the one-shot kill, going to connect onto Vox. As we do see Divine Intervention comes out. Oblivion comes down, but it's going to get blocked by Grace's Tony's reflex block. Vox gonna get that last hit off onto the Grace as an Imperial Sickle comes down, killing them up by a bit. But the Moon Cloak is up for the side of RPYC. Actually, just now going down. But definitely good engagement there from Tribe. There goes the... Oh my gosh. Now that just shows you the dive potential for Tribe Gaming. What I said earlier, that Arcane Passage just annihilated that Kestrel. Able to jump on there and all four of them and just take them out. And that gives them great opportunity to go after this Ghost Wing. But we see Max Green is about to get ganked here though. Will he be able to get out? Is able to get that Ghost Wing buff though, and might turn around and try to do a little bit of damage here.
Looks like they're going to back off, and while we have a second, I have to say, one of my favorite things about this patch is some of the aesthetic changes that we're seeing on these minions, with both the healing minions and both of the power-up minions getting some nice aesthetic changes.
One shot, one kill, those come out, is going to connect onto Old School there, doing a good amount of damage. We do see that the Reza is going to be able to get that turret. Wow, Tony doing some nice damage with base attack there. Get the root on from Maylene onto the Grace. Grace getting really low, and Vox is going to go down to a Glimmer Shot.
Yeah, we really saw fight how Samuel and Kestrel, and with the CP Idris, even going triple CP, they've got quite the range on that team, and they were able to walk, really the whole way up from mid lane, just pushing them back with that poke. If Tribe wants to be able to do anything about that, they're going to have to be able to dive back. Interesting, and we might be having some technical difficulties here. Blake, you still with me?
I do apologize. I had a bit of a technical problem, but I am back.
Good to hear you.
I did not realize that my problem happened. I was just continuing talking away.
As long as I've got you here.
Yeah, but one thing I was pointing out before I had the issue was the build coming off from Maylene, having that aftershock clockwork. You see it a lot on Taka, being able to get his abilities off more often, and the fact that that aftershock proc, we do see them going for Black Claw right now though, and Tribe Gaming is going to be able to take that off, as we see Gabe Vizzle was keeping Flicker back a bit, so they have that opportunity to get it. Being able to get that Black Claw, at that 12:30 mark, like you said, being up at 12 minutes now instead of the previous 15. There goes the Holy Nova, does get the send off on Tony. The taunt is blocked by Flicker. Bada Boom is going to knock Flicker back, but we see Vox getting that double kill on Grace and Idris. Black Claw pushing right now. Samuel taking a lot of damage. Vox are able to finish off the Flicker, as we see Tony helping secure that kill for Grace, for Lyra there, and getting healed. Kestrel is getting that split push down at the bottom though. Is going to take that second turret in bottom lane, but they're going to be able to take out that last turret there in the mid lane with that Black Claw still at just over half HP. Might be looking to push here, being able to take out the armory for both mid and top. Getting a nice ending push here. They're going for it. Vox doing some nice damage. Lyra does go down though to Grace, with Tony coming down afterwards. But there goes Vox. They're just taking them down pretty quickly. Will Black Claw be able to finish off the Aegis? It does not look like it, and they're going to be able to back off. But it was a great push with that Black Claw. being able to get the armory on both top and mid is going to give so much pressure against RPYC.
Absolutely. I wonder if Chrissy is questioning that move to split push there after Black Claw was up. Her teammates went down. Kestrel's teammates went down pretty quickly. She was able to push that bottom turret and get that turret out of it. But did her team need her back at base, where they were losing turrets like crazy?
Yeah, I think definitely would have played a big part if you were up there with the fight. One shot, one kill does come out. Not quite going to connect with D'Enzio. D'Enzio is going to be able to back off now as the minions just continue to pressure these lanes. That is going to give great opportunity, though, here for Tribe to go for this Ghost Wing. D'Enzio just getting back up to full HP with an Imperial Sigil coming out from Lyra as they pick up the Ghost Wing buff. Lyra going in with the Arcane Passage, setting up for the entire team to go in and get onto them. There goes the ult coming out from Reza, doing some nice damage. Tony locking onto the Kestrel. Kestrel does go down from Vox finish come off. We do see the Shadow Tendrils not quite going to connect onto Flicker. Flicker almost down as we see Tony and Vox going down to Idris and Samuel. Maylene is going to be picked off by a Malison Verdict coming out from Samuel as we see a 2v4 situation coming out here with Tribe, the RPYC, as they port back to stop those minion push-ups at the top lane.
Yeah, Lyra on that fight, I think jumping in a little bit ahead of the rest of her team, seeing an opportunity and taking it, but she had her health brought low. Her team is very much a dive comp, and I think that hurt them a little bit. It gave the other team the ability to lay some of their poke down, use their superior range, and back Tribe off of them.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of an ahead of Arcane Passage coming out from Lyra was like just about half a step ahead of the rest of the team, and that split second of them seeing the portal come down gave them time to slowly walk out of the bulwark and spread out a bit, so that dive and that instant teleport for the rest of the team wasn't as detrimental in that fight.
Right. RPYC still, definitely on the brink here. They've lost two armories, so they're having to contend with increased minion waves and such. But it looks like Tribe is set up to try and grab this Black Claw real quick, and if they get it, that could be the advantage.
Yeah, that would be a great push for them, but having the scout cam there, we do see the Mooncloak coming out from RPYC now, but the flare and the scout cam is going to show that they are there. Flicker taking a lot of damage, going down, the empowered shot coming out from Maylene. There goes the wait for it, being able to silence 4 of them, as Maylene doing some nice damage onto Idris. Idris is able to Shroud Step onto Maylene, but Maylene be able to finish him off. Reza going to be able to take out the Flicker. There's the ult coming out from Reza, is going to be able to take down the Samuel, as we see just Kestrel remaining. There's the one shot, one kill, but Maylene is going to be able to catch her out with an empowered attack coming out from swapping over to Shadow Form, or Dark Form, followed by a Shadow Tendril, able to finish them off, and that is going to be game for Tribe Gaming there.
Absolutely. The Ace Penta will secure it for them, and they're able to take that crystal.
Man, such a good job by both teams. Tribe just had so much communication, though. Had a great synergy going off in that match. And I think they had, the newness of Maylene on their side and just how strong her kit is.
They definitely did. She was very strong tonight, especially in those later fights. She was really able, even though in the last fight she was separated. She was in, potentially a bad position away from the rest of her team, but her kit's got a lot of maneuverability in it, got a lot of power in it. She was able to use those combos and take out basically both Idris and Flicker in that fight and help them secure it there at the end. And it was great to see the new hero at play.
Yeah, and I think that Clockwork Aftershock definitely did wonders for that hero, though. having the proc being able to get activated just by swapping between forms, because that counts as an ability, just can, be so useful getting that aftershock proc off.
Yeah, even though Aftershock I think got a 1% nerf, it's definitely, with, like I said, she's the only hero in the game that's got 5 abilities that she can use. So it's definitely a prime item on her, and I think we'll see it on her a lot. And it'll be interesting to see just going forward whether people will see this and put her in with that ban list.
Yeah, definitely shows why she is a force to be reckoned with, but it was a really good job by both teams. Tribe able to bring it out on top, though, in the end, 19-7 over RPYC. They had a great few fights for RPYC, though, in that game. A lot of great potential for bringing it back, but they just, in the end, were not able to overcome. But what a great match tonight.